And now we're going to go through the project management module of WebflowBOS. This is a very powerful module. This is probably one of the main reasons people and businesses choose our product, and it allows them to successfully manage projects from beginning to end, and it integrates with the transactional life cycle. So it'll go from a lead right through to an approved project, and if they have the accounting module, it'll go through the complete accounting process. So it'll become lead, draft, estimate, quotation, invoice pending deposit, invoice in production, and so forth. But in this module, we're just going to go through the project management tools that are available in the project management module for WebflowBOS. So let's just log in, and we should land straight into our dashboard, which we have, and you can see the project that I'm after. I can either click through there, and there's a status update there, which is all about tasks, and that I'll show you a bit more about in another video. So we can click through there, or we can enter the name of the client there in our global search, and it'll bring up the job. You know, there's a couple of tests here. Test project for video demo. But I'll go back through the dashboard and click through that way. So let's go through straight to the project. Now we're in the project management interface. This interface here has the accounting module in there, so you'll notice that there's an invoice there. Not every version of WebflowBOS comes with the accounting system, because not everybody needs it, or sometimes they have a third-party enterprise level accounting system in the background that they don't want anywhere near their project management software. So for the exercise though, we have this interface here, and I'll take you through some of the features. So the main thing is we got our main top level navigation. Now the base level of Webflow, the basic package, comes with the user management system, customer management, so we can manage our own account. It comes with the task management, lead management, project management, which in this instance we've called invoices in production. So if we go into our invoices in production, this queue effectively becomes the project queue. So if you're a building company, all your projects would be there. You'd simply find your project and you'd click through and get the relevant information that you need. In this instance, we would end up here. Clicking through takes you to a page that looks like this. So we have the name of the project, the status of the project manager needs to be chosen. We have the priority of the project. Is your cash flow for the week or the month relying on that project? If so, it needs to be tagged, yes or no. There's a start date, an end date, and most projects, most companies, regardless of how much fixed staff they have, almost always have a contractor database that they can rely on. Well, we have those included here as well. Now, if we want them involved in the conversation, we just select the contractors, set them on, and next thing you know, they're involved in our communication over here. This is where we can write logs to each other, emails, communicate, and we try to, as business owners, try to drive all communication through the logging system. So that way it's recorded safely, securely, in a chronological order. We can mark it as a sticky if we want it to be, you know, known as a priority or easy to track down that log at a later date. You can always also keep some time. This is a very cool feature here when passing on messages to your colleagues. I'll run you through all these as we go through it. But essentially, this saves, when passing on a message to one of your colleagues, this saves them sourcing and looking for the contact details. You can simply select the contact options there, and it'll draw that information from the user management system. And they can easily, when you're asking somebody to make a phone call or send an email, you're actually giving them the details they need. So it's all about efficiencies. Here we can attach some documents. In this instance, it's referring to the billing system. So it wants to attach the invoice as a PDF. wants to confirm the balance. But we won't go into too much detail there because this module is not about the accounting system. And down here we have all our colleagues. So if we want to write a log, G'day team, and we want to CC 5, 6, 7 people because they're all in the loop, we do that. So I'll do a demonstration of that. Here we record the logs, and as you can see, it's chronological. We can also view the logs in a story. We can view and filter just the stickies. And we can also have someone from a corporate perspective go into the system and make sure that everybody's logging, everybody's following up, everybody's replying to other logs, and there's a good two-way communication going on, and it's receiving an audit. Down here we have different status levels. Is the project, in this instance, it's referring to the accounting side of things. But if this were, again, the example of a building company, has the project started? Project commenced? Is the project, where's it at? Are there 5 or 6 stages of a project? Is it slab, frame, build, plumbing, electrical, key handover? These statuses can be variable and updated according to your needs. And across the top here we have these tabs. Again, so here we have the accounting. If you had the accounting module, your accountant would simply log in, and any transactions that land into the bank account that particular day that your reconciliation took place, they would apply the amount, the date, any comments about that, was it a credit card, an EFT payment, and that information will be logged here. So there's no question about were there funds or deposits received. The accountant is working in there simultaneously. Here we have an overview of the actual project. At Vision Tech, when we use this product, we use the invoice as the gospel for the whole project. This is our project brief, so everything's itemized, and if everything is produced on this invoice, which can't be edited by staff, then that means we've done the job. But in the example of a building company, they wouldn't have this invoice. They would have, an example is a tab here with images or updates, building updates, and you might have a photo gallery of the progress made that week that the customers can log in and they can click on that photo gallery and go, wow, this photo was taken at 4 o'clock on Friday last week. Look how much progress was made in a week's time. And it just logs through, and they can access those photos without having to ask any questions to the project manager. Hey, how's my project going? So that's a really good feature. Files, again, I'm going to use the example of the building company. Contracts, architectural plans, anything can all be uploaded to here in any file format. Tasks, very interesting, very powerful. Comes with the base module set for Webflow. Tasks are about setting reminders, and setting reminders not only for yourself but for colleagues, and I'll talk about that more in detail when we go through the tasks. But tasks pertain to projects, because projects are effectively a series of milestones, and inside those milestones are 10s, 20s, hundreds of tasks that get the project to those milestones. So tasks are very fundamental, and I'll go through that detail in another video. Overview is a very strong feature. Again, it allows us to create a full project timeline, and I'll show you that in a second. Customer details, well, here you can see my details, and if we need to edit those, we can simply click there. It throws us straight into the user management, and away we go. Let's go back to our customer tab. URLs, in our case, URLs are important because we send staging area links, demo links, live website links to our customers. But this could be used for any other purpose, recording information that's all over the internet.